Hey, good evening, everyone. I was debating doing a quick live on Instagram. I didn't set it up yet. It's always nice when we include Instagram on there. Say hello as you pop in. Be sure to like the video. That definitely helps, especially since I'm not consistent on here like they like you to be. All right, we'll try to do a live on. Cool. We're live on Instagram as well. I don't think the audio is going to be nearly as good on Instagram, but all good. All right, so we're talking. If you want a better connection for the Instagram folks, come over to YouTube or one of the other ones. What's up, LJ? What's up, Jesse? So we're talking bought versus sold companies, and um, we got a call that's coming up with Good Merger. I was just talking to a potential client, and one of the things they brought up was like, I've always been told that a really great company is going to be bought. Like, if you all you got to do is focus on building a great company, and one day, like, somebody's going to come along and they're going to give you a great price for it. And so that's part of, like, you hear that quite a bit. So, on one side of this debate, you have that. It's like, oh, I'm just going to build a great company. All I have to do is focus on building a great company. And, like, I'm going to be able to sell it. I don't need to think about, like, the sale. And, it makes sense. From a certain level, it makes sense that, if you're taking your eye off the ball of, like, building a great company, then you may miss out on opportunities, by focusing on building that business to sell. But on the other side, you have the people that, like, if I want to sell this business, there's a lot to be said for building it to sell. And where obviously I fall on the debate is that every business, number one, should always be for sale. And if you're in a position where you own a business right now and you would not be proud to show it to potential buyers and not expect to get absolute top dollar by showing it to those potential buyers because of issues in your business, then you want to get your house in order, because your business is basically a product. And it's like having a product on the shelf. By going into business, basically you want your business on the shelf, that anytime somebody comes along and they want to buy your business, it's ready for sale. And so that's where there's a disconnect between those two sides of the debate. On the one side, you really have somebody who's coming at business from more of a self-employed type of vision for themselves. So they see themselves as, okay, I'm a self-employed person. I've got this business. I'm going to make money from this business. And the better that I can build this business, that's what's going to pay me. And then if I do have somebody that comes along and they want to buy my business, then great, I'll sell it to them. But the other perspective is the true wealth builder. So we talked about the four quadrants and trying to get to that investor quadrant. Like, the real goal is building wealth. It's not just to have a business that pays you income. And wealth comes from the exit. It's when you're, like, getting out of that business. And so, if you're coming at it from that perspective, then from the very beginning, literally the only reason you're building that business is because one day you're going to be able to exit. So I do think that from the very beginning, if you're looking at those two sides of the debate, you're really deciding like where do you fall and what do you see yourself as? Do you see yourself as kind of this lifelong entrepreneur? I'm going to own this business. I'm going to get paid from this business. Or do you see yourself as this business is a vehicle for generational wealth? And then that's when you want to build that business to exit. And it's crucial that you start at the beginning because a lot of decisions that you make are going to determine the multiple that you're able to exit at. You know, if you're not building it to maximize your exit, then you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. And before I understood this, I go back to just my very first deal with Cool Wall Street. We're getting ready to start tomorrow with our Nets group and the Holding Co. Program. And one of the things we'll talk about is just like all the money that I left on the table because I didn't know how to negotiate. I didn't prepare on the front end to maximize my exit, and I didn't negotiate on the back end to cash in on that maximization. So hopefully that helps some of y'all. We're about to jump on, if you're in Good Merger, we're going to jump on here in about 5 minutes. I'll see y'all on that call.